Diane with A&B Insurance, and we're here today to talk about the basics of business insurance. And I have Lacey with me today, and we're going to discuss some of the challenges that business owners have. What are some of the biggest business challenges that you see with your customers?
Well, a lot of my customers don't really know what kind of insurance they need for the business operations that they have, so that can really hurt them in many different ways.
Right. So I think we're here to help educate them on what they need to have to protect their business, and that being protecting their liability, protecting their property, their automobiles, their employees, and more.
Absolutely, including their commercial vehicles that they use to travel to and from jobs, the property that they carry inside of their vehicles, like tools and equipment, products they may have in the vehicle. And workers' comp is really one of the big ones. That's one of the biggest issues we see in Florida. A lot of people don't know if they qualify or are supposed to carry that insurance. So that's what our agents do. We help you determine what kind of coverage you need based on the type of business and employees you have.
Liability insurance is very important to have when you have a business, because businesses can be sued for just about anything these days. So when some of your customers are asking you about liability insurance, how do you make sure that they're properly covered?
Well, first we determine the amount of work that they do per year and what kind of work that they do. So if they're working on more dangerous jobs such as high-rise buildings, roofing, things where people could get hurt or people could get injured because of the operations, we do discuss the amount of damages or property damages or bodily injury they could do on a job, and then determine how much insurance they would need to cover such a loss.
Right, because liability is so important, because you can be sued for so many different reasons. And for example, you could be sued because of a car accident. You could be sued because your employee left a hammer out and someone was injured on it. Or your employee could have a very simple fall from a chair, for instance.
Right.
While just sitting on the telephone, and they could sue you for that. So there's a lot of different ways you could be sued. Your customers, your employees, and just having that liability insurance in place is so important.
And the insurance companies also take care of you when you go to court. They're there for you through the process. They do hire your attorney or work with you to hire an attorney. They pay for your attorney's costs. They pay for court costs, any judgments or liens, or waiting for the judge to make a decision on a lien or anything like that. So the insurance company provides liability for more than just injuring someone or damaging property. It can be in your benefit in multiple ways.
So many people do not understand that they are underinsured on their commercial automobiles. I find 20% people are underinsured by at least 20% on what they need to be covered. If you go out and one of your employees causes an accident and someone is seriously injured, it could be detrimental to your business.
Right, and just because you don't have your company logo on your vehicle doesn't mean that your vehicle might be liable under your business for an accident.
Right. Another thing that's very important on your commercial auto is, do you use your personal auto to pick up office supplies or bank deposits? Just minor things that you might not consider business use could be business use.
Which could lead us to our next issue, which is commercial property. For businesses that rent or own their own buildings and they run their operations out of their building, that's a really important aspect too. A lot of businesses don't think about it because they own or rent a building. They don't think about that part. They're more worried about their liability. They're more worried about their employees being injured. But commercial property is highly important for not only the building that you're conducting your business in, but as well as the things inside, like your computers, your files, your paperwork, any money that you keep in the office, records, things like that, they will cover.
Exactly. And you need to have commercial property insurance in order to be covered for challenging times such as the coronavirus, because your commercial property coverage is the insurance coverage that protects you in the event your business has to close. Recently, we've experienced some hurricanes, and we expect to experience more hurricanes. So in order to be properly protected, you would need property coverage, commercial property coverage for your either building or as a tenant to cover your belongings inside. And with the hurricane coverage, you would be covered in the event for loss of use. Say if your building's destroyed, you're also covered for your downtime.
So loss of business income is a big issue with a lot of business owners. If you have something happen to your business and you cannot operate from the location, say you own a restaurant and a flood comes in and shoots out the electrical system and blows out all of the windows. You know you can't properly run the restaurant in that condition. So the insurance company will look at that, and not only will they pay for the damages to the building caused by the flood, they will also cover you for any business income you may have missed between the time that you were closed and the time that you could reopen. So that really is helpful for income, profits, as well as taking care of your employees. So during these trying times, one of the biggest keys to staying in business and taking care of your business is letting agents like the ones at A&B Insurance double check your policy, not only for discounts, but as well for coverage gaps, coverage you may need that you don't have now, or even just explaining the kind of coverages that you're eligible for that could benefit your business.
Right. Well, if you want to have us double check your insurance, give us a call today at the number below.